Well, Nick Bandy. I met him. He came for a visit to OSU. As a freshman, he emailed me, called me Coach Schlebig, thought I was a 35-year-old man. I wasn't. He was, I would say, young and maybe ignorant at that point.
And then when I came here, I was shocked to find he was just a few years older than me and actually less experienced than running. And I am, and not as fast either.
From that moment, I became the grind father. He was my little grind son.
He took on kind of the role of grind son and me as the role of grind father. And I sort of became a mentor for him. But, I mean, I'm not going to lie, he has foot speed, so in that way we are rivals. You know, it's not like, I don't want to imply that I'm way better than him, like we're not even in the same league. You know, it's like we're playing the same sport, but, you know, I'm like Kobe Bryant, and he's like some really awful basketball player, you know. I'm like Air Bud, and he's like, you know, just some shitty guy. So
it's kind of like, I would say, the Browns and the Steelers relationship, where the little guy, he'd be the Browns, who think there's a rivalry, but he never wins, so there's just not a rivalry there. It's just the one team just hammers the other team, and every once in a while the little guy finds a little nut, but, you know, yeah, not a rivalry. Not a rivalry.
How has the rivalry affected me? Well, I mean, I think really what it all comes down to is just the amount of gluten that I've been putting in my body on a daily basis.
We were really good friends, but then he became gluten-free, allegedly.
Well, in high school, I was obviously very overweight and self-conscious about my body. Gluten has been a big hurdle for me to overcome. Picture like a bunch of loaves of bread piled in a hurdle shape and me clearing that. It's a good metaphor to explain it. And he said the main thing is to talk about it all the time and tell your friends about it every second of every day, post about it on Facebook frequently. And so I started doing that, and that made me feel a lot better. Honestly, once I got the message out, more people were GA gluten aware. There were some haters, a few people commenting on my Facebook post saying that it's not funny and gluten-free isn't a joke. But they're right, it's not. It's a silent killer. And that's been my hardest adversity to overcome.
You know, I think it's important to be gluten aware.
Honestly, I didn't think the rivalry was a big issue. It was just that Jack was mad at Nick for always being shirtless.
Honestly, it's an embarrassment to runners everywhere. Like, it's cold outside, put a shirt on. People are like, oh, look at that guy. Like, they're like, yeah, he's an idiot. No one's cheering for you. Just put a shirt on.
Well, what about the summertime when it's
I mean, that's fine, but when it's cold, you look stupid. No, you just look stupid. There's no being a man. There's just being stupid. You're just stupid. Really, really stupid, honestly. He's embarrassing us.
My sophomore year of college, actually, a freshman named Paul Beat came here. Not a big fan of shirts, that man.
Well, what they don't tell you about running is, although it's 35% mental, the other 65% is looking good. So once Nick Bandy saw me winning races and looking good at the same time, he wanted to follow in my footsteps. So as you can see here, it says champion on the back. So unlike Jack Schlebig, I can win these kind of shirts because I'm rather quick. So it's kind of a sacrifice I have to make, though, because I'm never able to wear these shirts because I have to show off my body the whole time while winning. So it's kind of a catch-22K, which is a little 5-lap race that I won because I'm quick.
I think if we're going to judge them and what I think is more important on the appearance factor of how they run, I think Bandy definitely comes out on top on that one.
I'd go home every day after practice, do like 10, 20 push-ups and drink some protein shakes. I mean, we're talking like 10 to 20 push-ups every day, never taking days off.
He's got such a great physique, you know, and like someone that's tiny for me, it really does a number on your confidence.
It's like when I walk on campus shirtless, like it's like everyone's looking at me, which, you know, I think is a testament to how much bigger and stronger and better looking I've gotten through this workout routine. And so I'd like to thank Paul Beat for that. So never gonna look as good as he does without a shirt on.
Being Nick's baby mama, it has, just like anything, it has its ups and downs. You know, he's usually running or eating, so doesn't really spend too much time helping out.
His girlfriend, by the way, definitely was the pants in that relationship.
All right, sweetie, you have your shoes and your coat, and you tell us if if the other kids aren't nice to you.
I have a good first day at school.
Bye, sweetie. It's okay, we still love you.
The other kids will be nice to you.
Don't be afraid. His name is Kyrie. After the famous basketball player, Kyrie Irving. That's kind of why Nick takes him out to play basketball all the time because, first of all, ball is life, and and also, he needs to live up to his name, or else we'll just look dumb.
I think sometimes my passion, my energy that I bring to this team can be a little off-putting to some people. People say they're intimidated by me, like scared by how much they love me, that kind of thing. So I think sometimes how passionate I am about the sport can be off-putting to people that are just kind of there, for fun or whatever that means.
Nick Bandy can frig right off. If it wasn't for training with me 2 years ago, he wouldn't be half the man he is today.
People think about me, they'd be like, shit, Nick ran a lot. Nick really loved everybody that he knew. Nick ate a lot. I think that's a big part of who I am, and I want this video to be construed that I mostly run. I run 1 to 2 times a day, but I always eat 3, 4, 5 times a day, so, I think that should be a big part of this production. And so, I'd say I want people to remember me just by Shit by John Lynn.
Shit.
So sometimes I like to think of myself of like a hero that this club needs, but not the one that it deserves. Sort of a knight of sorts, a dark knight. Yeah. So.
Yeah.